Hello and welcome back to Suspended Animation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for Raised by Wolves, Season 1, Episode 6, Lost Paradise. Not to be confused with Paradise Lost, different thing altogether. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to take care of some business first, then we will get down to it. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button. And, while you're down there, if you can hit the like and the share button as well while you're down there. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the very end of this video. A video pops up here. YouTube takes all the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, tries to match them as best as possible. One of the videos, my vast video library, and pops them up there just for you. If you want to know when I'm on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it every week. And I also have my links to my social media on there. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, no tier separate than the Patreon. I also have links to this YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and the Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. There we go. Excuse me. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you've not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. All right. Yes, we got that. So it looks like HBO has decided, or HBO Max has decided to release 2 episodes a week of Raised by Wolves. I guess they finally decided on that. I don't know the reasoning behind it, but sure, what the fuck. So they dropped episode 6 and episode 7. Episode 7 I'll do on Sunday night. That way it gives everyone a chance to watch it. Right now I'm just doing episode 6, and then I'll schedule 7 for Sunday. I think that'll work, or Sunday afternoon, something like that, before Lovecraft Country. Let's put it that way. I just want to say I want to thank this show for finally embracing its Cinemax roots and going with the virtual reality android bukkake scene that we got, which is what I use as a thumbnail for this video. And so I'm glad they kind of embrace that heritage for Skinemax. And since it is a Skinemax original, supposedly is what this is. And so let's get into this one a little bit. So Mother keeps going back, out to the pod and jacking in. For those Futurama fans, you know what I'm talking about, jacking in there. And your videos of this show are going to get some views. Possibly. We don't know, Penn. So she's been jacking into the VR to find out more and more about herself. And at one point, Marcus finds the tube that she has been, going into, and sees that the shortest amount of time she's spent in one of these in that tube is 2 hours. So everything else has been longer than that. And she finally finds Campion in there, the creator, as she's calling him. And I don't know if he did something where he put a program inside of her in order to have her reach more potential, or what's going on. But supposedly, I guess, she starts seeing memories of him just before she left, that he stored away the memories of him inside of her at her request, so that she can access them later. So she doesn't remember him until a certain point, and those memories are now revived. And then also that he kissed her before she left, and that she has feelings for him. And I'm starting to wonder, I'm like, how in the fuck can androids have feelings? There's again some stuff that is not given to us purposely in this series. And so we have androids that have feelings, I guess. I don't know. She ends up having sex with him, and in the VR world. And the sky opens up above her and rains down that android milk or whatever it was. Like I said, it looked like a bukkake scene. And then we see a star field up above her, after they reach climax, I guess is what's happened. And then we see the star field gets wiped away by this black wave. And also this kind of black look comes over her face as well. And I don't know what to make of this. I really don't know what to make of this. This series is very confusing, and they seem to be making shit up as they go along. So Marcus has come up with a plan to kill Mother in her tube while she is jacked in, and using the guy with the helmet on him pretty much as cannon fodder. He's going to hold that big shield thing up. Uh, and the other half of the group are going to go and grab the children once Mother has been destroyed. Best laid plans. So he puts some charges on there on the tube when she has gone down, and because obviously he finds out that when she's laying in that state, she doesn't realize what the hell's going on around her, outside of her body, and of course shit goes sideways. She gains new powers, I guess, where she can raise stone around her as she's flying and makes them fly like she does. And then she can use them as projectiles and blow these boulders apart, using them as shrapnel to fire at the Mithraic army. Yeah. And in the meantime, Paul is showing that he's much smarter than Campion, the kid. And of course, Campion doesn't like this and beats the shit out of Paul. And yeah, Paul's like, you know what? Your fungus tastes like shit. We're going back to eating meat. So I'm making a trap that's going to capture those little fucking creatures so we can eat some more meat. Which, of course, Father puts to good use. Or, excuse me, Father does put that to good use later on. So Sue, of course, doesn't wait for the signal because she thinks that Marcus is dead. She sees Paul off by himself. She goes running in to go and grab Paul. And, of course, her part of the Mithraic army come in with her. And, of course, Father ends up getting the worst of it out of all of this. He ends up getting shot down, of course. So, yeah, I'm still not, I can't wrap my head around the whole thing about androids with the emotions because they're not supposed to have, I don't know. At first, they're showing that they don't have them. Then they're saying they do have them because when Mother comes back and she's cradling a, shot to pieces father, it seems like there's some kind of emotional thing going on and he's acting like he's dying. Like there is all kinds of weirdness. That's all I can say on this one. So speaking of Mother coming back, of course, like I said, the whole thing failed, taking her life or destroying her, because Marcus has a theory that Sue tampered with the explosives because the explosives wouldn't work. And the explosives, actually, the detonator explodes in the Mithraic guy's hand, and takes both of his hands off. He's still alive, but he's handless now at this point. So, yeah, Mother ends up, of course, killing a couple of Mithraic soldiers, using the voice there and just popping them like balloons. And as she's trying to repair Father, Marcus has sent Paul back because he says that she remove her eyes. And that's another thing I don't understand. So in the first episode, the second episode too, when Father and Mother are with the children that they have raised, she still has those eyes in. So, which, she can kill with at all that point. How come her eyes do not activate with those human children, yet they do with the Mithraic children? Is she programmed now to kill Mithraic people? I don't understand, because they're even saying to Campion for him to cover his eyes when she has those eyes in. Pick a decision on this. What are you going to do? Do the eyes kill, or does she kill? What? You're not making any sense here. It's not lining up at this point. So yeah, because I was having to think back about that, and I'm like, wait a minute. She didn't get those new eyes until the android from the Mithraic Ark came down and she pulled those eyes out. So she's had the death eyes in all this time, since she was raising the children, and there was no issue. Now that the Mithraic people are there, it's suddenly an issue. And she has to switch eyes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This seems like some kind of plot hole or some kind of MacGuffin that we're going to, well, obviously it's a MacGuffin, because otherwise, if she didn't take out the Death Eyes, like Paul when he stole them, she wouldn't be able to be taken down by Marcus with the proto axe that he's got going on, the Space Viking proto axe that he put together. And then, speaking of that, as he's about to cut off her head with the Space Viking proto axe, he hears Saul's voice saying, "No, let her live." And so he lets her live. And that's where we leave off on the episode. Yeah. Dante S says I was done after the android virtual banging. So you didn't stick around for the android bukkake scene, Dante S? That's what I have in the thumbnail of this video. Oh man. Yeah, I really don't know where to go with this thing. There's stuff on, so there's some stuff that's interesting, and but at the same time the writing is kind of bad because you, you don't have consistency as to powers, uh whether or not the death eyes can kill or not when she has them in or has them out, and why they didn't kill the kids in the first like 8 years of their lives or 12 years of their lives or whatever. So yeah, I don't understand that. Dante S says, seriously, I was upset they made it into a love story. Like, what the fuck? Is this? I don't think this is based on anything. I'm pretty sure it's Ridley Scott's, do this, and then he's like, no, wait, do that, and it contradicts whatever the first thing. From what I understand, that's the same thing that happened with Prometheus, is that he had all these ideas and a lot of things contradicted each other, and Damon Lindelof, who was already a bad writer to begin with, is stuck in the middle of all this, going, okay, boss, sure, we'll just do this and that, and we'll contradict everything that was an Alien. And yeah, yeah. Yeah, again, is she evolving or is she just remembering her powers? Did Campion put something in her to make her evolve and make her better? Because at one point he's telling her, go be the mother of humanity kind of thing and save us. And also at one point she's telling Paul or Campion that he's a pacifist, and he's like, no, 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 fuck that. I'm not a pacifist. I'm gonna beat the shit out of Paul because I don't like him. Is what he's saying. I'm not gonna apologize for it, and also because he's making me look dumb. So, and then also let's talk about Vita. Vita's been playing hide and go seek with Tally, and we see Tally again, or the blur that goes by. What the fuck is that about now, too? I mean, do we have ghosts going on as well? The decahedron that's out in the desert out there, or whatever it is. What's going on with that? That storyline's kind of, probably going to come back around again, hopefully. But there's only 10 episodes in this series in the first season, and we're on episode 6. Episode 7, of course, is up next, which supposedly, when I was doing, a little search for just the title kind of thing, I saw a couple of posts that have already gone up, or a couple of articles that have gone up, as what exactly did it mean after episode 7? Showrunner replies. And I'm like going, yeah, that's not a good sign when you've got people after episode 7 going, what the fuck is going on with your show? Yeah. So basically Campion is Soul. I doubt it. I highly doubt that he's Saul. Saul? I don't know. Yeah. Penn says, I'm still cautiously optimistic, but they better explain some of these things. Yeah, they need to explain something, and they need to have some consistency. They need to stick to it. I mean, I was even thinking at one point that everybody is in VR still aboard an ark, and both atheists and Mithraic people. And they're all still traveling, and this is something to keep them occupied. I don't know. And then I was like, no, that'd be kind of stupid if they were doing that. And then I was like, well, it is Ridley Scott. So it is a possibility that it could be that stupid. Uh, so yeah, I kind of shrugged on that one. So it's anybody's ball game at this point as to what the fuck is really going on with this. And you know, I don't know. I really don't. Campion is Moab Deep. Oops, wrong universe. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, it's I did find it impressive that Paul was able to make like a little bear trap kind of thing out of some trees and some wood and some tension on the vines or whatever and make it snap shut. Did kill. I mean, a lot of Mithraic people got killed. They only had, what was it? I counted it last time. There was 10 people, I think, that they had altogether. And no, excuse me, there was 12 people. And they were down one because his eminence died. Um, so that meant they had, 11 at that point. So 5 went with Sue. So that's 6 there. And so the other ones went with Marcus. And so Sue lost 3 people, 4 people, 4 people. Actually, she lost all 5. I take that back. She lost all 5. And Marcus lost uh, at least 2. And then there's one guy who's missing his hand. So who knows how long he's going to last. So yeah, they've effectively whittled down what's left of humanity to maybe 3 people, 4 people, maybe somewhere around there. Yeah, because we know that Lucius survived, and we know that the guy with the hands looked like he survived too, and I'm pretty sure Prisoner in the Iron Helmet has survived as well because he got blown back from Mother, but he's too skeezy not to die on this one. He's going to survive. So I don't know. And that's the other thing too is I think they're playing fast and loose with how many people survived in the Mithraic group because it looks like the numbers keep changing now that I'm doing the count on that in my head. So yeah. Nante says the original Campion is the one talking to Marcus. He can be in a simulation of human. That's a possibility. Again, who knows? Yeah. Yeah, of course the rapist is going to survive. It's Ridley Scott. So I don't infer anything by that. I'm just saying that's weird shit. Strange things are afoot on Kepler 22b. And that just happens to be more of them happening there. I don't know. Anyway, that's where we're at on this episode. Is what the fuck is going on? I have no idea. Why does she have new powers? Or why does she keep gaining new powers? Is she evolving? We don't know. What's up with Campion? What's up with the new voice? The voice that Marcus is hearing. So and what's going on with Tally? Is that Tally? Are there ghosts on Kepler 22b? We don't know any of these things. Will Father survive? Tune in next week. All right. So what's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow is going to be The Boys. That's right. Another new episode of The Boys is happening tomorrow. Saturday is Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about when we talk about it. Sunday is going to be a doubleheader with episode 7 of Raised by Wolves. And then, of course, episode 6 of Lovecraft Country. Is it episode 6? It might be. I can't remember offhand. Excuse me. Monday, I'll be off. Tuesday will be a new episode of Is It Worth My Time? And I'm doing McGee's sequel to The Babysitter called The Babysitter Killer Queen. So if you haven't watched it on Netflix, there's a double header for you of a movie, The Babysitter, which came out in 2017, and then the sequel that just came out recently called The Babysitter Killer Queen. You can watch both of them and follow along, or you can do the non-spoiler version of what I'm going to watch the non-spoiler version if it's worth my time, and yeah, do it that way. And let's see, Wednesday I'll be off, and then Thursday it looks like we're gonna have another double release of Raised by Wolves, which I'll only do one episode, and then do the other episode on Sunday, I think is what I'll do. I think that'll work. So there you have it. So thank you everyone who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. I know there's going to be some people that aren't going to jive with my opinion, but that's fine. Everyone's going to have a different opinion about this, and that's why we have a difference of opinion, is because if we all like the same things, we get the Bee Gees back again. With that said, I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Before you go, actually, hit that subscribe button. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, hit that like button in the share button as well. Like and share. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to know when I'm on live again next, hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendofanimation.com and take a look at the schedule there. And also all the links to my social media are up there as well. Thank you, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow for the boys. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may not know what the fuck is going on with this show, because I certainly don't. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Take care, be well, and stay safe out there. Good night, everybody.